Paulie was big on this story. Came in yesterday and he's like, "Did you watch the World Championships where Devon Allen got disqualified from the finals of the 110-meter hurdles because he may have reacted too quickly?" And this is the starting gun. So Paulie plays it in slow motion. So this is Devon Allen went to Oregon. This is in Oregon. And then they say, "You're DQ'd." And I went, wait, what did he do wrong? It's an injustice here. Devon Allen joins us now. Devon, explain to me what you did wrong getting disqualified.
Dan, what's up? Thanks for having me. First and foremost, but overall, I think the rule in track and field is the threshold for reacting after the gun is 1/10 of a second, so 0.1 seconds. For my reaction time at 0.0999, which is 1,000th too fast, is why I got DQ. The crazy thing is in the semifinal, I reacted at 0.101 seconds. So 1/1000th slow, which is a fair start.
Okay. Once they did you know what you had done wrong immediately?
No. So when they recalled the start, I thought they were going to, Grant Holloway, the world champion next to me, kind of goes into set a little bit later than everyone else. So I thought they were going to bring us all back and tell him, like, hey, go into set when we call set, because it was a quick gun. But then when I got the red card in my lane, I was pretty confused. So, obviously that's why I walked over to the official and I wanted to see the reactions. I wanted to see the video that they had of me starting as well. So
it sounds crazy, though. It was after the gun. It felt like you were too good at that. Is that a fair assessment?
I would say that's fair overall. Usually, if you look at all my reaction times, I'm probably in the top 1 to 5% of all sprinters at every competition I'm at. And so usually I'm just a quick reactor to the gun. And then, this weekend, obviously it's a huge competition for me, World Championships in Eugene, Oregon. I'm probably going to react a little bit more quickly than normal. It's really unfortunate that's the rule. I mean, I understand the rule and that's, it's in place. So there's no false starts, but, not to have a little bit of leeway for margin of error or, anything that goes on for 1,000th of a second kind of, is a little bit frustrating because I didn't get the chance to compete.
Is that your last track and field event of your career?
No, it's not going to be the last one of my career. Definitely the last one of the season because I have training camp starts on Tuesday next week. So I'm actually back home in Phoenix, getting ready, getting the cleats back on, running around. I'm actually at the Phoenician right now. I got an early tee time in about 45 minutes.
That's how you get ready for camp, playing golf?
Well, you know what? I just need 1 or 2 days to just decompress. I've been training really hard, getting ready for World Champs and getting ready for training camp as well. So I need just 1 or 2 days just to relax and enjoy Phoenix.
The last time you played college football was when?
2016, 2017 season. Yeah, right after the 2016 Olympics. So it's been a while.
Can that be a good thing that you haven't played football in 6 years?
I think the good thing is I haven't been getting beat up in the NFL for 6 years. And the good thing is I'm probably the fastest and most athletic I've been in my career. I'm much faster than I was in college, which was my strong suit when I did play in college. So overall, it's a good thing. The hard thing is now getting back into an NFL system and actually playing football, although I played football my whole life. So I think it should be pretty easy to get back into the swing of it.
What's your role with the Eagles?
I'm not really exactly sure yet. Obviously, my skill set is to kind of stretch the field on offense. And then on special teams, I plan to do as much as I can in the return game, kick return, punt return. And then on the other side of the ball, in terms of special teams, running down as gunner and making tackles as well. So we'll see kind of how my role develops. As I get more comfortable on the field, I expect to have more and more of a role on the team. But, my goal is just to go and help the Eagles win football games. So whatever that, takes is what I'll do.
How would you do against Tyreek Hill?
I would do pretty good now, just because I've been training and I'm pretty fast right this moment in time. We actually raced, me and Tyreek, when I was in high school. I think he might have been a senior in college, and he beat me that race. So the one race that we did have when I was about 17 years old, he beat me. But right now, I think I'd get him in a race.
Well, how fast are you? Like football fast, a 40-yard dash?
Well, I ran a 4.3 at the pro day about April, and that was kind of mid-season for me. I'm probably at least a tenth faster, if not more. So probably 4.2. If I practice it a little bit more, I would like to say 4.1. Yeah. But the 40 is so difficult in terms of it takes a lot of skill because a lot of fast guys, can run under 4.5, but then that 4.2 to 4.4 range is where a lot of practice takes place.
What if we put Tyreek Hill? What if I had Usain Bolt do hurdles? You against Bolt in hurdles?
I'd smoke Usain in the hurdles. But that's my thing. So
yes.
He'll let me have that.
Yeah, I think that's always that. Well, it's hurdles. And I think sometimes we have a hard time trying to figure that out. Like you have to count your steps when you do hurdles. Bolt told me that he knows how many steps it's going to take to get to 100 meters. You know that when you do hurdles?
Yeah, for sure. It's the same rhythm step pattern. 7 steps to the first, 3 steps in between each hurdle, and 6 steps off the last hurdle. So it's the same for just about everybody. And, we do it so much in practice and training, we don't even think about it anymore. And then the same with the 100, right? I take about 44 steps when I do that race as well. So just like Usain Bolt knows, how many steps it takes him, I know exactly as well. So
what was your worst wipeout on the hurdles?
Probably training. In training, that's kind of where we go for it in terms of just being super aggressive and trying to, improve, just the time that it takes for us to get out of the air. And so there's probably been times where I've had a training session where I've fallen 3 or 4 times just because I'm being so aggressive. And usually after that happens, I run a PB. My coach always says whenever I'm being super, super aggressive like that in training is when I'm ready to run fast. And in the last 4 or 5 years, that's happened every time.
So PB being your personal best?
Personal best, yeah, exactly. So probably about a week before I ran 12:84, the third fastest time in history, in June, I had a couple sessions where I was having a hard time staying on my feet. So, but it always works out. Yeah, I came back and ran pretty quick that next weekend. But
are you a rock star when you go to the European countries as opposed to the United States?
In track and field, maybe. I would say I'm pretty popular in the U.S. when it comes to track and field as well, especially when I was walking around Eugene, Oregon for the World Championships. But in Europe, the Europeans love track and field, and the stadium and venues there are always full with 60, 70,000 people. So, it feels pretty great. It's just like, when I was playing college football at Autzen, 55,000, cheering for you. It's that great feeling that, I love as an athlete.
And you, so you were there when Marcus Mariota was there.
Yep. I was there with Marcus.
Were you there? Was Herbert playing when you were still at Oregon?
So technically, Herbert was a freshman my last year, and he didn't play quite yet that season. He wasn't redshirting, but he was getting splitting repetition with Dakota Prukop at the time. And then I ended up getting hurt in the Nebraska game, the third game of the season. So I didn't get to play with Justin, but obviously I was there and we knew that he was going to be a guy for sure.
Yeah. But if I would have told you back then, Mariota is going to win the Heisman, but Justin Herbert is going to be one of the top quarterbacks in the NFL.
Yeah, I would have said I agree because we played pickup basketball over the summer, and that kid's a great athlete. And he was a great athlete at Sheldon when he was in high school as well, playing 3 or 4 sports. So, that's the thing about football and sports in general. The best athletes are the ones that are gonna thrive. You see Kyler Murray and Patrick Mahomes and Tom Brady, and those guys are just great athletes.
So if I said Brady gets to run a 40 and you run 100,
I think he would beat me if it was that distance. I think a race I could beat Tom Brady in is if I ran 100 and he ran 70. I think I could beat him.
Okay.
Yeah.
What if you ran backwards?
In a 40? Ooh, that'd be closer.
100. Okay.
That would be. That would be close. I am pretty fast backwards. I probably could run close to 12 seconds or 11.5 in 100 backwards. Yeah.
But if you went backwards and Brady went forwards in a 40. You're going to beat him in that, right?
That would actually be much closer. The 40 would be close. I don't want to be too hard on Tom Brady. He's a great athlete, not known for his wheels.
No, he's a great quarterback, Devon.
Yeah,
not a great athlete.
I mean, have you seen him play golf? I'm getting ready to play golf, and it's one of the hardest sports I've ever done.
John Daly plays great golf.
Yeah, true. You make a good point there. You make a good point there, Dan. I appreciate that.
Hey, congrats, I think. It feels like you're getting more attention by being DQ'd than you probably would have if you had won or competed.
Yeah, it would have been nice to win the world championships, but like I said in a lot of interviews the last couple of days, it's one of those things. It's frustrating that it happened. It's happened already, and I can't dwell on it too much because I got some work to do in about a week from now. I got training camp,
but could you change the rule though? Do you think that what happened to you could change the rule?
I think it could change the rule for sure. I think there's to have the standard of the 1/10 of a second is good, but I think there has to be some kind of margin of error, and that takes place where it's the official's decision or a margin of error on either side where the equipment can malfunction because to say something's perfect is just not true.
You got the Olympic tattoo there?
Yep, got it right here. This is my lead arm. So all the pictures I take when I hurdle, you can see it.
Nice.
Yeah.
Are you going to have that when you have the football in your right arm and you're leading with your left arm? So
yeah, throw the stiff arm out like that. Yeah.
Have fun playing golf. Good luck with the Eagles. We'll keep an eye on it. We appreciate you joining us.
Awesome. Thanks, Dan. Thanks for having me.
All right. That's Devon Allen, the Eagles wide receiver and one of the great hurdlers in America. He went to 2 Olympics, didn't medal. I think he finished 4th was his best finish there.